So even though Yoda was of the same mind, people have to demonize Mace for trying to commit a summary execution. Really?
Yep.
The dude was a Sith Lord aiming to become a dictator.
Yep.
And you're like, oh no, well, Mace is bad, and he shouldn't have done that, and blah, blah, blah. Like,
maybe Sidious would have seen the error of his ways like Varys did off screen. That's why she, still a Jedi even after she tried to bomb the Jedi Temple. And even though Ahsoka was going to be sentenced to death, but suddenly it turns out it's Varys. And they're just like, never mind. Facing all that you fear will free you from yourself.
He finds 5 priestesses who will teach him how to manifest consciousness after death.
so he said there's 5. I'm just thinking of Inside Out, because there were 5 emotions there too, right? Because there was fear, anger, disgust, sadness, and joy.
Basically
and they,
exactly the same.
Yeah, this is an
They did
Inside Out
confusion.
ripoff.
Well, for me, it was kind of like, it's implied that those are people, like, who have, figured this out in the past. Because Qui-Gon was saying in the first episode in this arc that, it's very rare, but, like, some people have done it, right? And so there's a part of me that's kind of like, and they all just happen to be female until Qui-Gon?
Interesting.
But then it's also, like, there's this kind of, like, vibe that they're all these, like, connected beings, like this. Yeah, like I said, it kind of feels like a discount Night Sisters, because it's all females and they're all connected, cousins and this and that, and they seem like a group rather than...
From what I know of the Wills, I don't think they were actual people at any point.
But then,
as far as I know, they're just an extension of the Force.
But then at the end, he was like, well, show me your face. And she's like,
I know.
We have achieved what you are seeking.
Now you see, we have achieved what you seek and live between the realms.
Right? So that to me says we were people, but now we are part of the living force, right?
Yeah, again, it doesn't add up.
No.
At all.
Confusion.
No continuity to be found here.
Well, that's consistent for TCW. Yeah, because, what you were saying, the wills are just kind of an extension of the Force, right? Like, that would make more sense, them each being an emotion rather than a fully fledged person.
Yeah.
For now, he must face the true evil that may be his undoing.
But he just faced the dark side and was just like, psh, we're good. So this is the Sith home planet? I thought that was Exegol, or did they change it? I don't even know. What do you know of this? You know more about Star Wars lore than I do.
No continuity to be found here.
But am I correct that this was the Sith homeworld?
Yeah, I think they changed it for the sequels.
Deserted this planet was, long ago, after many war. Guard the ship you will. If return I do not by 3 nightfalls. Take the ship to Coruscant, you shall.
Okay, so last time he was like, don't worry, you'll be safe here. But now he's saying, you have to guard the ship, which means that this place may be dangerous, and he has to, like, keep the ship safe. And then he's also like, if I don't return in 3 nightfalls, but then it's like, okay, but how long is a rotation here?
Again, he knows nothing about this planet. Why is he so sure? Oh yes, we need to do this and such and blah 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 and counting on you.
Well, I mean, he's, 800 years old?
900, I think?
900? And how long ago were the Sith Wars?
A long time ago.
Yeah, so I guess I got the impression from what he said was that he knew of the planet and maybe knew a bit about the planet, knew the history there, but I don't know. They're not very clear, so.
No, thank you.
There is no life after death.
I'm confused. Are these actual Sith, or is this just this planet is strong in the dark side of the Force?
Fourth.
Yeah, so is this like Sith spirits who have achieved life after death and
They're
are
not
telling
supposed to be able to do that. That's the whole thing. There's no such thing as a dark side force ghost. And this episode completely chucks that out the window.
Well, unless it's just this planet is strong with the dark side of the force, and so these are just force hallucinations, right? Because he started to meditate, and then this happened, and but
Dude,
it's still
this arc is an acid trip. Who knows? Who knows what the hell is going on?
because it's really funny when what appears to be a force ghost tells you there is nothing after death.
Interesting, yes.
Yeah, I give up trying to understand what this is.
You know, these guys actually remind me of the Sith acolytes in the sequels, Rise of Skywalker. You know, like Palpatine had like those bajillion. Yeah, he had a choir.
Yeah. Okay, so the Force Ghosts were all like, we're gonna tell them that you're here, and then we see Dooku as if he's sensing that Yoda's there. So it's like, these are actual Force beings or some sort of like, yeah, I guess the dark side of the Force calling out to, like, what is this?
Nobody knows!
Gotta have your flashlight.
There you go.
Here we have another dark side Force ghost.
Yes, Darth Vader.
Yeah, let's get some more key jangling in here.
The Sith killed each other, victims of their own greed. But from the ashes of destruction, I was the last survivor.
Okay, are we getting a history lesson here?
You must kill me to gain my place.
You're already dead.
Exist. You do not anymore.
This is the equivalent of, oh, fairies aren't real. I don't believe in fairies. And then the fairies die.
But I'm kind of getting this vibe. It's like, he's already got this taken care of. He doesn't need to be taught to not fear the Sith. He already doesn't fear them.
Inside there is a place where we have no control. For it is a place of absolute darkness. It is a chamber where the Sith would sacrifice Jedi. Be careful, for what they may offer will certainly feel like an answer.
But it won't be?
Yeah, good question.
I need but a drop for the ritual to begin.
Kid show?
We shall come to him with a familiar face, a long-lost face, one he would be eager to see again.
Qui-Gon? It's gonna be
I'm
Qui-Gon.
assuming it's Qui-Gon.
Help me.
Is that Sifo-Dyas?
Sidious.
Ooh, we'll just pull out your little thing like Ahsoka has and do,
Information retrieval.
yeah.
Are you all right, Master?
Nope.
The time has come to discover the identity of this Sith Master.
And if they escape?
Escape? Not if it comes to it. Execute them we must.
So even though Yoda was of the same mind, people have to demonize Mace for trying to commit a summary execution. Really?
Yep.
The dude was a Sith Lord aiming to become a dictator.
Yep.
And you're like, oh no, well, Mace is bad, and he shouldn't have done that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, what is wrong with him?
Maybe Sidious would have seen the error of his ways like Barriss did off screen. That's why she, still a Jedi even after she tried to bomb the Jedi Temple. And even though Ahsoka was going to be sentenced to death, but suddenly it turns out it's Barriss. And they're just like, never mind.
I like Dooku's shoulder things. It's new, it's fancy, I like it.
I feel it doesn't really work with the rest of his look, but yeah.
Skywalker, no.
You just told him to do it. What? Yeah, they can't escape. Execute them. No, don't execute
What is this?
And then again, if he saw that, and then it happens later, then wouldn't that be like a red flag or something?
You'd think so.
And then it raises the question, does Dooku see this?
I hate watching stuff like this where you have no bloody idea what's supposed to be real and what's not.
And yeah, and to some extent, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. If Yoda is seeing this, it should be affecting him moving forward. Because, like, that's what deja vu is. When you have that moment of deja vu, it's like, it doesn't really matter, like, is it real or not? The fact that it feels familiar kind of plays into how you respond to the moment. So like it definitely factors into your consideration, even if you're like, oh, I just had this weird dream, and then suddenly you experience something that is like, whoa, deja vu, right? Like, it's going to impact you. Even if you're like, I know that wasn't real, but this is real, and the fact that I had this kind of like premonition, if you will, that's going to affect how I react to this moment.
He's doing lots of spinnies.
That's a good trick.
Oh, now Sidious is doing the spinnies back. This is kind of cool, actually. It's not a bad lightsaber fight.
Though it's interesting, because when Sidious, and again, it's like, okay, well, it's not real, right? But like, when we saw Sidious fight for real against Savage and Maul, right? Like, he was different than in this fight. So then it's kind of like, yeah, is this not real? I mean, it is not real, but like, it's still, but he's just...
Anakin. Thank you. Shouldn't you have done that before so that you didn't have your back facing Sidious? Bro, just find a spot to put him down. What are you doing?
And again, it's this kind of like, I thought Yoda was strong in the Force. I would expect a done. But hold on. Oh no, shoot! Now I can only use one hand. Oh no! Oh my God! What am I gonna do with him? Where can I put him? Oh help! Right, like this shouldn't even take a second of his time. Just because yeah, he was on a thing and there was a landing right here. He was like right here, just like. First of all, he shouldn't have ignored Anakin as the thing is falling and just been like, oh wait, shoot. Oh yeah, Anakin's there. Right? It should have been just like, okay, put him up on the landing and then I go. But no. And that, oh, goodness.
Sacrifice all I am ready to do.
He couldn't do that while holding a lightsaber to stop the... Yeah, how weak is Yoda?
We did see in the prequels that Yoda does take a lot of concentration to use the Force. So I guess in that sense, I can give it a pass.
Yeah, but like that was for like really big things, right? Like the gigantic column that was gonna fall on Obi-Wan and Anakin, right? Like I can understand that's gonna take a lot of Force concentration. But like, I've always kind of wondered, why didn't just Force push Obi-Wan and Anakin out of the way?
Yeah, that would have worked better.
But way faster, taking a lot less Force concentration, and...
I think they just wanted to show off Yoda being awesome.
Yeah, and they also needed a way for Dooku to escape. So...
Yeah.
Information retrieval!
We will need more time if we are to defeat him and the Jedi.
Not much more time, apparently.
The one you know as Qui-Gon Jinn will commune with you and guide your training.
But he said he couldn't train it because it wasn't...
Like us, you shall learn to maintain your consciousness after death.
Yeah, she just said, like us, you will learn to maintain after death. So then they are people who have gone on. And yeah, I thought... Oh, no, I guess Qui-Gon said that he couldn't manifest because he hadn't been trained enough. I guess he didn't say that he couldn't train Yoda, but he did kind of, because that's why he guided him to the other planet. And now they're just like,
Yeah, go back to Qui-Gon.
Yeah, we've just confirmed that you kind of already know the things you need to know, and yeah, there you go.
Enlightenment, spirit, balance. There is another Skywalker.
How do you go from, oh yeah, you have to go to Qui-Gon and learn Enlightenment and yada yada, and by the way, there's another Skywalker. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Those things are totally related. Like, don't you see the connection? What is this writing?
Because it sounded like she was gonna say, oh, there's another, like, thing you have to learn. Like, because you have to learn Enlightenment and what was the other, either which way?
Enlightenment, spirit.
And there is another Skywalker. What? Wait, so is this happening? Would Padme be pregnant at this point?
Who knows? Because we haven't seen Padme at all throughout oh wait, no, there was the Clovis arc in season 6, right? Yeah, no, I don't think she's pregnant.
Cause then yeah, he's hearing a baby cry. I'm like, oh, is this supposed to be happening during Order 66? But I was like, no, that makes no sense because he's on Kashyyyk during that. And
you heard Vader breathing. It's this stupid key jangling. Stop!
You're going to learn how to carry, like, to reach life after death. And by the way, there's another Skywalker. This is the stupidest, crammed in, doesn't fit, but we're gonna shove it in there anyway. Like, what the heck? And again, raises the question. Okay, so he knew there's another Skywalker? And he didn't go to Anakin and be like, hey, you and me, we need to chat.
But, like, at this point, wouldn't he be led to assume that Anakin had a sibling?
You would think.
Yeah, because, like, why the heck would you assume, oh, well, Anakin must be secretly having a relationship behind the Order's back, and he's having trims.
I guess my point is he would go and talk to Anakin and be like, hey, you know, like, there's another Skywalker, right? Like,
You'd
is
think,
it possible
but
that
yeah,
your
he never
mom...
acts on anything that happens here. Oh,
it's exactly like
so stupid. I hate this show.
It's awful.
It's the worst.
Awful. And this is just how season 6 ended.
And none of this ever comes up again. Never again.
Well, that's because season 7 is like
completely disconnected.
It's Ahsoka.
It's just to set up the Bad Batch and to give Ahsoka more of the spotlight. That's all that season 7 is.
So glad we got that final season. I've got a snuggly cat beside me. Makes it a little bit better.
There you go.
Only a little bit.
Did your journey give you insight on how to win the war?
Not that we're gonna do anything.
No longer certain that one ever does win a war. I am.
What? Are you kidding me?
Through this path, victory we may yet find.
No! This does nothing!
Not victory in the Clone Wars, but victory for all time.
How?
He doesn't tell anybody until everybody's dead!
What the heck?
Like, you'd think your focus would be, okay, let's get as many Jedi into Enlightenment as possible. But no, it's like, yeah, this is for the select few.
What the hell? What is this?
This is TCW.
And they, like, focus on a pretty little flower. Like, yeah, that's going to make this all better. What the heck?
It's Star Wars. I'm assuming there's some sort of symbolism in what kind of flower that is or whatever, but, like, I don't know what it is.
Like a trillium.
It did kind of, but I don't think that was what it's supposed to be.
I hate this show.
I hate this show.
Why?
Because yeah, that was supposed to be the end of TCW.
Yeah.
And honestly, it didn't deserve a reboot. It should have just ended there. Quit while you're ahead. Okay, quit while you're really far behind, but, you know, people think you're ahead.
What they should have done is, instead of, here, let's take the guy who's like 90% responsible for screwing up this show. Let's give him the entire control over season 7 because I'm sure that'll yield great results instead of,
Because
you know,
he
just
did
like,
all
getting
the writing.
actually
for-
competent writers
He
who
did-
would have, like, addressed some of the stuff that season 7 just like, oh, no, Ventress doesn't exist, Boba doesn't exist, Grievous doesn't exist, Mace Windu doesn't exist, nobody exists except for Ahsoka, Rex, and,
That's it.
the Bad Batch. It's insulting, is what it is.
Because Filoni wrote all of the Ahsoka episodes. I don't remember anymore if he wrote the Bad Batch ones too, but he definitely wrote all the Ahsoka
Oh,
ones.
of course he wrote the Bad Batch one.
Did he?
'Cause he was the one who made the bloody Bad Batch show! Oh, and he wrote Forces of Destiny.
Well, he wrote A Distant Echo, which I believe is one of the Bad Batch arc.
Yeah.
But, like, he didn't write the whole thing. He just helped in the second episode. But yeah, he wrote all of the season 7 Ahsoka episodes. Some of them he was a co-writer, but I bet you that he had seniority in that co-writing.
Anyway, I hate this show.
Now we get to start on season 7.
'Cause that'll be so fun.
So much fun. Just gonna start crying now. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Finishing it, I'm looking forward to, though.
This show is awful. Terrible. Disgusting. See you next week. Of course.
Excuse me, please, no dying during our recording.